Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 26th, 2024, and Barcelona have received several offers for Fermin Lopez. Also, German sources are confirming that Bayern Munich have increased their offer for Ronald Araujo. And finally, a French club has also increased their offer, but this time for Mika Faye. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kickback. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. You get a special offer if you use my links for both kickback and Bet Us, which of course, you can find those links down below. Now I'll begin with the news that Barcelona have received a lot of interest and some offers for our young midfielder Fermin Lopez. Now our 20-year-old midfielder who spent last season on loan with the second division team has come back this season with a bang, where he has been showing all of us the quality that he has, playing in multiple roles in the midfield, being all over the field, running up and down, side to side, helping with the defense, but also helping with the offense. We've seen how much more vertical the team becomes with Fermin Lopez on the field, how he breaks lines with his diagonal passes, and of course how he can make those runs to the box and even score goals, showing all of us and the entire world how good he is, including starting in Champions League matches. And as such, Fermin Lopez has began drawing attention from other European clubs. Now it seems that Barcelona have received interest from Everton, and as you know, Barcelona are considering the signing of Amadou Onana from Everton, where Everton want around 60 million euros, but Barcelona can only pay 40, so Barcelona are considering to include a player in the swap, a player plus cash for Amadou Onana. And as such, it's reported that Everton have offered Barcelona to include Fermin Lopez in the swap for Amadou Onana. However, Barcelona are not interested in selling Fermin Lopez. And of course, Fermin Lopez is not interested in leaving either. Now, Everton are not the only club who are interested in Fermin Lopez. It looks like Aston Villa have ordered their scouts to produce reports on Fermin Lopez, because again, given his impressive performances, he has begun to create waves around Europe, and as such, drawing attention from other clubs. Now, of course, as I said a few moments ago, Barcelona are not interested in selling Fermin Lopez, and he's not interested in leaving. And the reason I bring this up, because this proves that no matter how bad things are at Barcelona or how good things are at Barcelona, the answer has always been and will always be La Masia, because we've seen how our academy can produce some of the best talent in the world, and we should always rely on La Masia, unlike Bartomeu, who allowed many of our young talent to flee during his era, wasting money on signings that didn't need to be made, when the whole time we had La Masia right there. So I'm very glad that we now have a president who is paying more attention to La Masia and who's giving more opportunities to La Masia, and that goes the same for Xavi Hernandez, who of course he has done a great job of giving these youngsters an opportunity to shine. And speaking of Barcelona receiving offers for our players, German sources are confirming that Bayern Munich have increased their offer for Ronald Araujo. Now, as we know by now, Bayern Munich have set their sights on Ronald Araujo and they've been trying to sign him for quite some time. In fact, they made an 80 million euro offer to Barcelona, which was immediately rejected because Barcelona are not interested in offloading Ronald Araujo. They consider him a cornerstone of Barcelona's project. And of course, the player had also told the Bundesliga club that he wasn't interested in leaving Barcelona. But despite that, Bayern Munich are still gonna try in the summer once again, because they want to take advantage of Barcelona's financial situation, where they want to make a high offer, hoping that Barcelona would cede and would be tempted to sell in one of our captains. Where now German sources are confirming that Bayern Munich have increased their offer from those 80 million euros that they offered in the winter transfer market to around 100 million euros, which of course is a lot of money and could go a long way in helping Barcelona financially and with their financial fair play. But despite that, as I've said many times before, Barcelona are not interested in offloading Araujo. And in fact, Joan Laporta himself had said in the past that he would prefer to renew Ronald Araujo for life. But of course, that will all depend on the negotiations between the two. Now, as I broke the news during yesterday's podcast, Joan Laporta has taken the renewal of Ronald Araujo's matters into his own hands, where he has bypassed the club's sporting director, Deco. He has bypassed the agent of the player and has actually reached out directly to Ronald Araujo to let him know how important he is for the club. So negotiations will continue in order to extend Ronald Araujo's contract past its expiration in 2026. Barcelona are also looking to increase the salary of Ronald Araujo, because last time Araujo renewed his contract, Barcelona were in a very difficult financial situation. So Araujo agreed to renew the contract with a much lower salary, where Barcelona promised him to increase his salary later on when the club was more financially healthy. So Barcelona will not only look to extend Araujo's contract, they're also going to be looking to increase his salary in order to fulfill that promise that they made to the player a few years ago. And while we're still on the topic of Barcelona receiving offers for their players, as you know, Barcelona have been receiving offers for pretty much every player on the squad. Well, it's now being reported that a French club has increased their offer for Mika Faye. Now, despite Mika Faye being with Barca Athletic in the 3rd division, he has been making a lot of waves in Europe, attracting a lot of attention from European clubs, given his quality and his potential to become one of the best center backs in all of Europe. As I reported in a previous video, both Manchester United and Bayern Munich have joined the race for the 19-year-old center back. And now one of the clubs who were already interested in Mika Faye have increased their offer to Barcelona. Now, the club I'm talking about is the Ligue 1 club Lens, who had already been tracking Mika Faye for quite some time. In fact, when Barcelona signed Mika Faye last summer from the Croatian league, Lens had already scouted Mika Faye and he was on their agenda. So when the winter transfer market came, Lens made an offer to Barcelona for Mika Faye around 9 or 10 million euros, which of course is incredibly low, and of course was immediately rejected by Barcelona, because Barcelona were not interested in selling Mika Faye in the winter transfer market. And now it seems that Lens have actually increased their offer from 9 million euros to 12 million euros, which of course is still incredibly low for a player with lots of potential. But this just highlights how interested European clubs are in our 19-year-old center back. And it looks like we're going to be talking about Mika Faye for quite some time, because I'm sure there's going to be a huge bidding war for our 19-year-old center back. And even though Barcelona want to keep the player, we're going to have to see whether Barcelona end up ceding to the pressure, because Barcelona do need to sell players in the summer. There's a surplus of center backs on the team, and selling a player for 20, 25 million euros when you only bought him for 1.5 could mean a huge profit for Barcelona and could mean a huge alleviation of the financial fair play restriction. So we're going to have to see whether Barcelona cede to the pressure of this bidding war that will eventually happen, whether Barcelona will remain strong and insist on keeping Mika Faye, which is that is the club's current stance. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.